Good afternoon, Dr. Nagla. This is Dr. Santosh Rane. Am I audible to you?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir. Very good afternoon to you, and
Thank,
good afternoon to all the participants from me.
thank
And
you.
you are welcome
Welcome,
to
sir.
Dr.
Welcome.
BR. Yes,
Welcome, sir.
yes. Thank you. Welcome to Dr. BR Ambedkar NIT Jalandhar also.
Great, great.
So, bit cold outside here in Jalandhar. So I think the weather is quite okay in your Mumbai.
It is a good experience to
Yeah,
experience that kind of cold, maybe up to 15 degree, 20 degree. Nice.
yeah, yes. Okay. Sir, actually, I just want to check whether my presentation is. I just wanted to know the presentation is visible to you.
Yes, visible, sir. Visible.
So I would like to check whether the this video is the running video is visible to you or not.
Yes, visible.
Okay,
First
then it's
class.
okay. Then it's okay. No problem.
Sir, workshop received an overwhelming response. We received 283 participations without any kind of advertisement and promotions.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Earlier, we received 550 plus participants, and it was a little difficult for us to
Okay,
get all the participants accommodated. This
okay,
time,
that's
I have,
good.
based on the request of the participants, we are conducting this program once again.
Okay,
And this time we have not done any kind of a promotion. We have only uploaded our flyer on our website. That was enough for us. So,
okay, that's right. So actually, as per the IPR policy, the IPR is going to be the compulsory in near future.
yes, sir, we do have intellectual property right as one of the section, you may say
Yeah.
50-point sections in our
Okay.
course of research methodology and IPR for all our MTech programs.
Mhm.
So
That's
our
right.
MTech scholars, they learn this IPR to that
Okay,
extent.
that's wonderful.
However, it is at the elementary level. We are working, particularly your sessions are at very high level, strategic issues.
Thank you, my privilege. Yeah. So how many participants are there?
Hello. Yes, sir.
How many? It is around 16.
They will be joining, sir.
Okay,
And
they
many of the participants are on the live YouTube streaming.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's right.
At the right time, we will start.
No problem. I will be ready.
It is 3 o'clock. Gayatri, please move ahead. Gayatri, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good evening to all. Good afternoon to all.
Gayatri, you are not audible.
Yes, sir. I welcome you all for this second session of the national level workshop Today's topic is live examples of commercialized innovative product from academia, and we have with us our speaker, that is Dr. K.S. Nagla sir, who is an associate professor at Dr. BR Ambedkar NIT Jalandhar. Sir has achieved a Best Teacher Award at Government Polytechnic Bathinda. He has also achieved a Best Teacher Award at Dr. BR Ambedkar National Institute of Technology Jalandhar by Director cum Chairman. He has also achieved Award of Honor by Commissioner Bathinda on the innovative design of domestic robot to present the paper in international conference in Thailand. He has also achieved Award of Honor for pioneer work on robotics and participation at state level exhibition of robotics. He has achieved a certificate of excellence in robotics and awarded with the first prize for automation challenge during STC on integrated automation technologies at IIT Delhi. So it's great to have you, sir, and I request you to please start with the session.
Thank you very much, uh, dear Honorable Dean Academic and the faculty members of the Patel Engineering College, and dear participants, very good afternoon to all of you. And uh, I hope you will be, it will be a good time to share my experiences in filing various intellectual property right, commercializing of various intellectual property right, as well as the overview of the intellectual property rights. So, dear participants, so you have already gone through the morning lecture by Mr. Andrew C. So he is a very great personality who has already summarized you to the various types of the intellectual property right. So Andrew has explained you the phenomenon, that is the various types of the IPR in the form of patents, in the form of copyrights, in the form of a design. So my lecture will be focused on the case studies of various intellectual property right and my experiences in the education system. So you are already working in the educational institute, and you may be the student there, or you may be the faculty there. So I can well understand the problems of the faculty and student in the academia, but the opportunities are there with which you can commercialize your the innovations immediately into the market. So I would like to share my couple of experiences. I just wanted to know my voice is clear to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, audible, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to share my screen right now. So dear participant, my presentation is visible to you. It is the live examples of the commercialized innovative products from academia. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you very much for your attention. So the contents of my presentation will be the basic introduction, various key innovations of Dr. BR Ambedkar NIT Jalandhar, and the just overview of the Indian IPR system and various patentability requirements, as well as the overview of the patents and design, and the case study of the different patents as well as the design. So we are working in Dr. BR Ambedkar National Institute of Technology, Jalandhar. It was established in 1987 under Ministry of Human Resource Development. Earlier, its name was Regional Engineering College, and then it will become to the National Institute of Technology. And the Government of India has declared the Institute of National Importance under Parliament Act 2007. So in NIT Jalandhar, we are running the BTech, MTech, MSc, MBA, as well as the PhD program. So intellectual property right is the integral part of all the education programs in NIT Jalandhar. So we are offering the additional course as well as the optional course to the BTech student and to the MTech student and MSc student. We are also teaching the IPR to the PhD students as in the part of their search methodology. So I'm working in the Department of Instrumentation and Control Engineering, and this department is basically concerned with the automation as well as the control engineering. So we had experiences in filing the IPRs. So in NIT Jalandhar, the overall IPR in NIT Jalandhar may be more than 60, but my individual intellectual property right, which I have filed up to December 2020, is around 41. So I'm happy to share with you that the out of these, the 4 patent has been granted to me as an inventor or a co-inventor with some other inventors, and there are around 11 patents are there in process. Similarly, the 5 designs has been granted, and the 6 designs are there in the process, and more than 15 copyrights has been granted. So overall around 20 or 20 the intellectual property rights which has been granted, and many more are there in the pipeline. So these are the just overviewing of the various IPR which has been granted or which are in process. So I am sharing this only for the motivation to the participants. So before start my lecture, I would just like to know what is the background of the participants. Are they a faculty member or students? So,
Sir, the background, particularly, we have the participants from the various engineering institutions,
okay,
and these are faculty members, senior faculty members. Some of them are the professors and the dean
okay,
of
right.
the various institutions, and some research scholars are also attending, as well as some students are also attending. BTech students are also attending. It's a totally mixed crowd,
Yeah.
and this is the kind of a crowd what we have. Fine.
And what about the background, whether we are from the mechanical, electronic, or computer?
It's a mixed background, sir. Mixed background. There is no such kind of a
That's-
very specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good to hear that the background of the participant is mixed from mechanical, electronic, electrical, computer, or basic sciences also. So these are the various IPRs. So the first patent granted was the earthquake alarm. It was filed in around 2000 when the earthquake was there in the Bhuj, I think in this Rajasthan. So at that time, the idea was there in my mind to design an alarm system which will immediately activate whenever the earthquake shaken the earth. So the idea was put into the Punjab State Council for Science and Technology. They assisted me through the Department of Science and Technology, and patent was granted in around 2005 or 6. So then another invention was mechanism to clean the bird dropping in cage type poultry farm. It was a great invention, and right now it is very useful when the bird flu pandemic, bird flu, the problem is there in the market. So the system was very simple and automatic system which was able to carry the bird dropping in cage type poultry farm. So it is the robotic manipulator which was carrying the garbage and bringing that garbage into a ditch, and in that way there was very less chances of the germination of pathogens are there according to this invention. Then another invention granted is a leg exercise machine. So then another one is the intelligent induction hardening machine, which was jointly granted jointly with the DAV Institute of Engineering and Technology, Jalandhar. Similarly, another patent is an improved packed bed photocatalytic reactor with the high and a uniform illumination as an associated technique for the purification. So this technique we have used in the air purifier, and right now this invention is there in the market. So we have sold many of such items in the market, and the institute is earning amount from this invention. So some of the other inventions like the robotic modular transportation system, the patent was filed in 2016, but right now the patent has been sold to the Pune-based company, and I am happy to share that this robotic modular transportation system has been appreciated by the Mumbai Municipal Corporation to transport the garbage. So it is expected that in the near future, in big metropolitan city, such robotic modular transportation systems will be there, which can be laid very close to the roads, inside on the sides of the roads as well as in the middle of the road divider, where the garbage modules, the garbage buckets, or the curtains can be moved to the destination point, which is much away from the houses. So then another one is the cookies dispensing machine. This is again very good invention where the biscuits or the cookies can be dispensed according to the requirement by just pushing the button. Similarly, the watermelon seed extracting machine. Then there are many more. The IPRs are there, which are there like the patent entitled instrument for making geometrical shapes and method thereof. Then the sub-bandage pressure measurement instrument and method thereof, and apparatus of ultraviolet sterilization of the surface. So this invention has also been commercialized and it is there in the market. Similarly, the another patent is the vehicle disinfecting system is also in the market. So the thing is that the large number of IPRs there, and these are the various designs, like the decorative article, then the heat treatment tray, door handle, as well as the cookies dispensing machine and nut bolt. Similarly, garment as well as the universal storage shelf, and many copyrights has been filed. So these are the various computer programs. Okay, so since you are in the academic institution, the many of your MTech as well as the PhD students are working under you. You may be designing some of the softwares, and I recommend you to go for the copyright designing if certain new thing is there. Before publishing your work in the international journals, international conference, national conference, or anywhere, so it is easy to get the copyright. And once the copyright is granted, the right will be given to you as an academician. So we have many of the experiences, like many of our PhD students, they have got the copyright, such as the one of the example is that the program tool for calibration of stereo vision camera and laser rangefinder for the mobile robot application. So the as a academic, the positions we can earn the money, but it is not necessary that you are earning the money from the IPR. So there are several other, the advantages are also there. So you can also the copyright, that is the calibration of stereo vision camera, has been shared with the Indian Space Research Organization to fix this code into the to the newly designed robot, which are used to be which is in future will be there in the Gaganyaan space mission. So, dear participants, I would like to share that while the filing the IPR, while filing the IPR in the form of copyright designs, so there are many the many unsuccessful inventive steps are always there. So we had filed around 40 individually IPR, but many time we failed. Many time our applications were rejected, and many time at the institute level we also failed to get the response from the public. So these are the unsuccessful inventive steps, like the domestic robot we developed in the year 2000. The robot was able to carry the refreshment from kitchen to sitting room as well as to the other. But due to some novelty point of view, so we were not able to file that patent at that time. Similarly, the level transducer is again a big, then the computer operated bank lockers with password security we proposed, and we found that such type of the IPRs are already there in the USA. Similarly, mechanism to collect the polythene and extrinsic material from the sewerage pipes and channel. We filed the patent was rejected, and similarly the water-based broom and many more. So my viewpoint is that while working in the academic, you should not worry about the unsuccessful. So we are also learning many time from the unsuccessful inventive initiatives. So many stories are there when we are developing something, we failed in that developing that technology, but in the meantime, we are generating a new technology when we fail in one of the technology. So the thing is very important is to you have to work with your hand in your laboratory so that you may bring something new into your study, into your learning process. So we had practical experiences in technology transfer in 2009 in Mumbai, Pune. We exhibited our many of the inventions, and we successfully set up the link with very many of the industries to sell our inventions. And at the time, we were not fully successful in technology transfer, but right now we are experienced, and we have transfer our technology. So meantime, individually I have transferred four technology, but in NIT Jalandhar, we have filed more than the 7 or 8 technologies to the different industries. So there are 3 technology know-how which has been transferred to the industry from the academia in the form of softwares and designs, and on the basis of these intellectual property right, we have the industrial partnership and institute industrial partnership with the 4 different industries. So we are constantly having the relationship with the industry, but the technology has already been protected. Even we are giving our old technologies which are protected under the IPR. So we are right now giving that technology free of cost to some of the industry. So these are the successful technology transfer our the experiences. So there is a one patent that is an improved packed bed photocatalytic reactor, which I have already told you, can be used for the air purification. So it is the patent application number is 24290 del 2006, has been transferred to the high safe industry of Chandigarh in June of the last year, and it is this product is there in the market. So I will be sharing my experience on the case study of this one. Then we have another technology transfer of patent entitled robotic modular transportation system to the Digitech Limited Pune in September 20. And similarly, the technology transfer of patent and apparatus for ultraviolet sterilization of a surface is right now on a high demand due to the COVID. And the technology has been given to the Yokomax company of Gujarat. Then we have a technology transfer of a service mobile robot to the Yokomax of Gujarat. So these are the successful 4 items which are there in the market, and we successfully transferred these technology from the Caribbean. So, for filing of the intellectual property right for technology transfer, there is a need of the financial assistance. We are receiving the financial assistance from the State Council for Science and Technology. It is a Punjab State Council for Science and Technology. In your side, it may be your Maharashtra State Council for Science and Technology may be providing that assistance. Then the Department of Science and Technology is also assisting in selling the inventions, filing the patents, as well as our own institute is also assisting. In addition to that, the many other organizations may be there which may be providing you the assistance. So I got the training in filing the various IPR from World Intellectual Property Organization, Geneva. So WIPO is a United Nations specialized agency, which is there to give the training as well as to handle the disputes at the international levels, and there are many other functions are there with the WIPO. So in 2006, I attended a summer school of 15 days in Geneva, and I learned how to file the patent, how to file the designs, copyrights, and other related IPRs, and how to commercialize the IPR, and what are the models at the worldwide universities to sell the inventions. So this is the building of the intellectual WIPO, and I recommend all the participants to go through the website of the WIPO Academy. So the WIPO Academy is providing you the free of cost training on the IPR and also assisting you to file the international IPRs. Now you know that there is a relationship between the science and the society. So the science and technology are the essential humanities collective response for the development and you know that there is a need of the policy. So the policy, the society, and science has an international, it has the interrelationship between all these three bodies. So our government of India, government of your institute, that is the state, as well as your institute is deciding the policies. So these policies are linked to the science, and these policies, along with science, is serving to the society. So my point is that the science, the society, and the policies are the three elements with which the technology in the form of a science can be given to the society, which is the required. So this relationship, you already know that in your academic institution, you have the R&D, and from R&D, you are serving to the society through the industries, and from the society, some amount of that is the commercial benefits are there going to the industry, and the industry may be giving the benefits to your research and development. So we are here in this lecture to know the relationship of academia and industry. So as I am working in academia for the last 22 years, so I know in the academia, our objective is teaching and research, but it is not in Indian education system. We are not directly linked to the industry. So the parameters of the industry are opposite to the academia. In academia, we are focused on teaching, we are focused on publication, we are focused on getting the PhD. That is required for our promotion, that is required for getting the degrees, they are required for getting the admission in the other institution. But in industry, it is quite opposite. In industry, the degrees are not required, but the output of the industry in the form of a new item is required. So in that case, the in Indian system, there is a difference between the industry as well as the academia. But right now, the government of India has taken many initiatives to reduce the gap between industry and academia. And in academia, what advantage is there that in academia you have a lot many manpower is there. In industry, the manpower is always reduced, and in academia you have a learned faculty, and lot many time is there with your PhD MTech student to think constantly over the product, to think constantly over the item. So but in industry the time is very limited in the with the persons who are working in the industry. So because the industry is focused on the output, they are focused on the production, how much production they can give, but they are very less time is there with the person in industry to invent new thing and to the. But the modern industry is the what the big industries are doing. So the modern industry is the more focused on the innovation. So what do the big companies do? So we can consider the big companies like the LG, like the Samsung, like the Apple. So they have the big companies are focused on the innovations and acute awareness of intangible assets. So the IPR is in intangible assets, and they are much focused on their innovation. So that's why the big companies are on a high, the game. If you consider an example of Apple, so the mobile phone Apples are manufactured in China, but the companies, the base of the companies may be there in the USA. So how it is happening? It is only happening due to the intangible assets of the Apple, because the Apple has protected all his design, all his copyright under the intellectual property right. The big companies know the role of patent, trademark, and design to enhance their market position. The big companies earn maximum through licensing, through the royalty, and the robust business alliances with others. You have seen that the many of the examples are there, like the Pizza Hut is there, like the McDonald's are there. So although the KFC is also not the Indian origin, the organization, but they are earning lot many thousands of dollar every day, every hour from Indian market. So why it is happening? It is happening with the power of the licensing of their innovation, and they have the business alliance with their sister partners. Similarly, the companies like Philips, Sony, Samsung, Pfizer, Procter and Gamble, like that, they are much focused on the intellectual properties in the form of intangible assets. And it is estimated that anywhere from 45% to 75% of the wealth of the individual company come from their intellectual property. This is only in the case of the big companies. If you have a very smaller company in your house or nearby, and it may not be a true that you may be earning 45% or 75% wealth from the IPR, but if this is very much true that the big companies are earning much amount of the that is the wealth from their IPR. So if the you can consider any of the example like the IBM. Suppose the IBM is not having protected its copyright, its the external design of the IBM product, it will not be able to gain the money from the worldwide market. Similarly, you observe that the Ford cars are sold everywhere through in the world, but the the nobody is that even nobody can try to infringe the design of the Ford car. Why? Because we are much afraid from the company Ford that will sue us. So that is only due to the power of the intellectual property right. So in your academic institution, you can also give your asset in the form of intangible asset to the big companies. You can also associate with the smaller companies also, as well as the larger companies also. So don't think that you are directly approaching to the big companies. You can approach to the small companies, and small companies are generally in future can be the big companies. So this is the case of the Mercedes-Benz. So right now the Mercedes-Benz is having $100 billion business in 2018. Similarly, in 1920, definitely it will be having more than $100 billion business. So it has the first patent was in 1886, and right now several thousands of the patents are there with the Mercedes-Benz. So they are continuously updating their innovations. So the key innovations right now is plug-in hybrid drive system, lightweight construction techniques, and superb aerodynamic performance of the cars, and multi-chamber air suspension, and whether the power steering system. This is just one, few, 4, 5 examples are there. But otherwise, the Mercedes-Benz is earning much more from the IPR as compared to its own industry. So, dear participants, are you able to hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Just 1 minute. So let's continue. These are the various companies, the IBM company, the Samsung, as well as the Intel, LG, Microsoft, Apple, and these are the various the patents which are granted in around 2018 and 19. This is just approximate figure. You cannot say that only the 1900, 91, 100 of the IBM patents are there, and this data has been taken in from the data bank of 1890. This is just to understand that how many patents, how many designs, how many copyrights are there with the big companies. Okay. So let's have an overview of the IPR. However, in the morning lecture, you have already gone through the IPR. But quickly, I will, in order to, because I am going to link this IPR with my own invention. So this is, I'm quickly overviewing the IPR. So you know the definition. Intellectual property refers to the creation of your mind. So in academic institution, the creation of mind is always there, but it depends on how constantly you are thinking about the innovations, how constantly you are comparing your learning, compare your teaching with the worldwide system. So intellectual property refers to the creation of mind, such as invention, such as literary, such as artistic work, design, symbols, names, image, used for the commerce. So this is very generalized, the definition, but in academic institution, as per my experience, I would recommend you to that if you are from the background of a mechanical engineer. It is not necessary that you are inventing something in mechanical engineering. You can go in the artistic work also. If you are working in the computer field background, it is not necessary that you will develop a computer, you will develop a software. You can also write a poem, you can also write a song which can be protected under the literary item. So as a teacher, as a student, as a faculty, you have the multiple domains. So in our NIT Jalandhar, we have filed many of the designs which are not related to my field. So you can explore your hobbies also. So as in the case my case, my hobby is a wood carving, and we have protected our some of the artistic work in the name of Dr. BR Ambedkar NIT Jalandhar. But it has gained momentum right now because many of the organization companies are there to buy our innovations. So now the question is why to protect our IPR in during the academic. One is that it has increased the commercial value, it has industrial reputation, and in academic institution it has its own academic value. So what is the academic value in academic institution is that whenever you are get promoted from one designation to another, so it will give you an advantage that you have filed the IPR, you are has sold your IPR, and it will also generate wealth. And it is not increasing the academic value individual of you individual, but it will also increase the academic value of your institute, which is very important. So institutes are, the long for the, the instrument which are serving for the longer duration. So if the institute is having their IPR, the value of the institute will suddenly high. Now the question is why the students are looking their admission to, they are very keen to get admission in MIT Boston. Why they are keen to get admission in some USA number one universities or UK number one university. This is only because these universities have a value. How these universities has made their value? Because they have hundreds, thousands of the intellectual property rights are there. The MIT like institution is having large thousands of the inventions which they have sold into the industry, and it has its own value. So in the academic institution, the IPR will suddenly increase the academic value of your institute is very important. Now the intellectual property right is not only the patent. Okay, IPR is not only the patent. It may be the design, it may be a trademark, it may be a copyright. In academic institution, you can gain any of them. The patents are related to the machines and mechanism or process you already know. Industrial designs are related to the aesthetic aspects of the output appearance. Trademarks are related to the recognizable sign, designs, and expression. Copyrights are related to the film, recording of the literary, artistic work, musical material, computer copyrights like computer programs, extra. Similarly, the geographical indication of good is also there, which is related to the territorial right. In your academic institution, you can also assist the community to file the geographical indication if your nearby community is having something new. So in India, thousands of, hundreds of geographical indication already protected. Even in Mumbai or nearby Mumbai, many of the GI are there protected. Similarly, the trade secrets are there. Plant variety and breeder farmer rights and print layout can also be protected under the intellectual property right. So in your house, you will observe that these type of the IPRs are there. It may be the design of the chair, it may be the color or the writing of the dairy milk on the wrapper of the chocolate. It may be a song which is under the copyright. It may be a design of your mobile phone. It may be a design of your television. It may be the program which is running on your computer. It may be the punch mark on a Lux, the soap. It may be the punch mark on the tea. It may be the geographical indication such as a Kolhapuri chapel. It may be the design of the microwave oven or like that. So your house is full of the intellectual property right. You can see in each and everything on in your house domestic environment. Even the toothpaste which you are using is again protected under patent. It's having its own formula which they have protected by the Colgate or some other. Similarly, the Bisleri bottle is different from the Kinley bottle because the design of the Bisleri is the different from the Kinley. So the thing is that the house in house we have the large number of such items are there, and what the Indian IPR system, the Indian law designated the primarily with the objective to promote the progress of a scientific research and technology for the public. So ultimately, in the academic institution, our moral responsibility is to serve the public. So how we can serve the public? By using our scientific research. Why the government is spending lot many money as well as providing you the security in the nation is to develop something new for the interest of the public, so that our Indian, the system be improved with the help of such type of the innovations, such type of the new things. So it is achieved by granting the exclusive right to the inventors for the limited period of time is the objective of the Indian intellectual property rights system. So this thing you have already seen in the morning, the session, how many IPR offices are there. There is a patent office, design office, GI office, trademark, and if the patent offices are designed, they are divided into the different, the segments according to the territory, like Mumbai and Kolkata and New Delhi. So this is the international instrument of a WIPO. I already told you, it is the World Intellectual Property Organization, Geneva. So it is in Switzerland. Is a very small city, beautiful, and the WIPO is a global forum for intellectual property services, policy, information, and the cooperation. So why I am showing you this slide? Because whenever you are developing something new, the horizons should be according to the international IPR system. So international IPR system is held by the World Intellectual Property Organization. So it is providing you the global services for protection of the IPR. It is providing you the policy discussion platform, negotiation platform for the future development of the IP. So it is also providing you the access to the worldwide intellectual property information. It is also providing you the World Intellectual Property Organization Academy. So the academy, the function of academy is to provide the training for and human capacity building activities. So you can also register into the WIPO Academy for few of the courses, and you will also get the certificate free of cost for DL 101 course. So these are some international instruments like the Paris Convention, TRIPS agreement, Madrid agreement, PCT, ADR. So I am not going in detail because you will be going through in the future. In tomorrow or day after tomorrow, you will be having the detailed study of the international instruments for IPR. Now, the patent is the right granted to the owner of the invention that prevents other from making, using, importing, or selling the invention without the permission. So ultimately, if you are a student, if you are faculty, why you are thinking for the patent, the only objective is that nobody is required to be infringed. Nobody is required to use your own intellect thought. So once you have protected your intellect thought through the patent, so nobody will be able to the import or sell the things, and the government of India will assist you in getting the patent, and it will be the government of India will grant you the right for the 20 year, so that in the coming 20 year you can sell your invention without any interference of the other one. So but you have to pay some annual renewal fees for the patents. So the patents are not the secret invention. So all the patent applications are kept secret up to the first 18 month, and after publishing the patent in the official journal of the patent office, the invention become exposed to the all. So generally, it is the in the perception of the human is that I will not show my invention to anyone, but the government will not grant you the patent, or it will unless and until it is protected under a trade secret. So the patents has to be exposed to the public domain. So the who can file the patent? So any of the individual, any of the group of the people, small entity, as well as the group of in the academic institution, the professor, the associate professor, assistant professor, faculty, student individually, the combination of a student and faculty, as well as the staff can file the invention. What is the how much is the cost of filing the IPR? So as per my experience in academic institution, there is a government fees if you are filing your IPR individually, the government's fees for patent is 1600 only if you are filing online, and 4000 if it's a small entity, and for your academic institution it may be 8800 for the academic institutions. And it is very difficult to file immediately the patent without any experience, so you have to hire some attorney, hire some professional, hire some agents to file your patent. So the agents may be charging, it depends upon agent to agent. So if you are an education institution, so there may be charging 25,000 or 20,000 minimum for filing of the intellectual property right. So if you don't want to spend much money on filing of the IPR, you can take the assistant of the Punjab State Council for Science and Technology. The State Council for Science and Technology. It may be Maharashtra State Council for Science and Technology. The invention may be a simple idea, or invention may be very simple, invention may be very complex. So it is not necessary that the invention is a rocket. The invention may be a very, very simple. The simplest will be the invention. The more chances are there its commercialization in the market. So these are some of the examples of the patent. So the Apple patent is maybe having more than 37 patent. Samsung is having more than 131 patent in the mobile phone. Similarly, the idea of the new things can come into your mind from any of the natural thing. So like this is just example to share that this is the Velcro. Velcro is patented, and right now the Velcro you are using everywhere in your clothes, in shoes, in the bags also. So the idea came to the Swiss engineer, and when he was walking into there he saw some birds that having the clunks. So it was clung to his cloth, and he wondered if such an idea could be useful for the commercial application. So at that time, many years ago, he developed the Velcro, and right now the Velcro is used. So right now, the Velcro may not be the patented right now. It may be the exposed to the public right now and free to the public. So many of the Velcro manufacturing, the industries are there which are manufacturing this. So the invention can be a very, very simple. As an academic, as a student, as a faculty, if you think that the invention is always related to the design, development, a complex mechanism, complex chemical formula, it may not be like that. So this is the bag which I taken from the aircraft, Delta aircraft, when I was traveling in USA. So it is a very simple bag, and this bag is generally provided in the aircraft when motion sickness is there, somebody can use. So it is just a glue fitted on the top side of the paper, but you will surprised to know that it has a patent. It is the patented product, and US patent number 7041072 is a patented product. Now, such type of ideas are always there in your mind, but we never think that we should go for a patenting. Somebody file a patent and get patent and earning millions of rupees. And the why I am sharing it, because it is only to share that the invention can be very, very simple. Okay, so the invention may be a very much complex. This is a gillette razor. Nobody is able to copy this razor till date, because the razor is having the 3-4 blades are there. They have a particular angle, they have a particular handle, and it has been protected under the IPR, and nobody is able to copy this type of item till date. So this is the invention may be a very surprising invention, and it may be a very simple, and it may be very low cost. So I would like to share the experience of this one is the tap and tell, very smaller piece which I have extracted from the box, which has been imported from USA to our institute. So some computers were there inside the box, and the instruction was there that not to tilt that box. Okay, so what they are using somebody's invention, US patent number 3926144A. So the invention was that the red portion is the acrylic sheet, and white portion in this acrylic sheet was this groove here, and this groove is filled with the blue color sand, and the whole the body is pasted by the sellotape, and it has been pasted over the container. Now how it is working? So if somebody is mishandling the container, what will going to be happen? This sand has to be stick on the surface of the sellotape. So you will know that right now it is very simple device that uh, the sellotape is used here. So but right now the owner of this invention is earning thousands, millions of dollars from the market. So there is some requirement of the patentability. Okay, so this thing you have gone through the morning session, and some of the inventions are not falling in section 3 and 4, such as the fabulous inventions contrary to the public. So all these things you have gone in your morning lecture. So I'm just skipping all these patentability requirement. And for filing of the IPR, you need the title, you need to write the prior art, you need the disadvantage of the others one and your advantages. Do have to give the description of the invention, claims, as well as the abstract. And similarly, there may be the designs may be there. It may be the industrial design, it may be anyone. It may be a pharmaceutical design can be protected under design. So how the design is protected, you had gone in your morning lecture. So it may be the design related to the jewelry, it may be the design related to the textile, it may be design related to the jackets. It may be the design related to a particular tool, it may be the any of the one. So next is our case study of patent to the products, and I would like to have a break for 1 or 2 minutes. So dear participants, if you have a question up to now, you can discuss. So after a break of just a few seconds, few minutes, I would be online. So okay, let's continue with the lecture. So participants, I just wanted to ask if any discussion, if any point is there which you want to discuss up to this. Okay, I'm continuing right now. Okay, so I just wanted to know the presentation is visible to you. Dear participants, the presentation is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So let's having a case study of the patents which we have sold into the industry. So this is one of the invention. The idea came into mind in May 24. Not it is a 5-6 month back. So since the coronavirus is hit and due to the pandemic, many people were dying. And we come to know that the virus can be filled with the exposure to the ultraviolet. So the idea was there, why not to disinfect the surface by using the ultraviolet light. So many in worldwide, the ultraviolet C light is also used to disinfect the environment inside the hospitals. And we propose that we have a new idea with which a device can be developed that can clean the surface, that can kill the virus which are staying over the surface. So this was an idea, and idea was discussed with my mentor. And finally, the step one is we go through the literature. So we review the literature of ultraviolet C light and its effect on the microorgans. We got many of the research paper, and we found that the ultraviolet C light is having a particular wavelength, and that wavelength is having a high energy, which is sufficient energy to kill any of the bacteria and virus. So literature is also showing that which type of bacteria is requiring how much is exposure, how much dose is required to kill that bacteria or a virus. And we come to know that the UVC light is a sufficient light if we expose over the virus for a few seconds. So it can kill the DNA of the virus. The UVC light is having a high effect on the microorganisms. So it can kill the virus, bacteria, as well as the fungus also. So then we draw a simple layout of the proposed invention on a paper, and we gone through the patent search. So this is the experience which I am sharing you. So the first step is to the patent search. We use the Google patent. We use the patent scope, WIPO. We use the uh, okay. We use the USPTO and many of the other the free patent search engines we have used, and then we have a market survey. Okay, so uh, we have market survey to find out the whether the raw material is available or not, and we check the feasibility for the prototype fabrication. So dear participant, are you able to hear me? My voice is clear to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So then we check the feasibility of the prototype fabrication, because whenever the hypothecation is there in your mind, the first step is to go for literature review. Second step is to go for a need. The third step is to check the feasibility, because you, as a inventor, as a scientist, you have to prove that your invention is good and it is very useful. This is very important. If you are residing in Mumbai and you are thinking to develop immediately something, but that component is available only in USA, so what will be the reaction? What will be the reaction? That you will either delay your project or you will ask the money, and at that time the momentum of developing something will be down. Now the same thing is, suppose it is available in the Mumbai, you will immediately go to the market, buy it, develop it, prove it, and in the in-house you can do that experiment. So this is very old, uh, old, the tradition that whenever you are developing something new, first you check whether it is feasible or not. The feasibility of the prototype we check, and in this ultraviolet C based disinfecting system, we check that the prototype fabrication is feasible in Jalandhar because the raw material was available. Then before going for developing, we file the patent. So on 26th of the May, after 2 days, we filed. After the idea came into our mind is on 24th, and the patent we filed on 26th. So this process was only of a 2 days process, and on third day we filed a patent, and this is our patent application number we got. And apparatus for ultraviolet sterilization of the surface was the title of the invention. Then after filing patent, we went to the market and we procure the component from the local markets. We procure the ultraviolet light, which is already used in the air, that is the water purifiers, and we purchase the battery of a 12 volts. We purchase the angles, we purchase the wires, switches, as well as the wheels, and we immediately go for the fabrications. On 27th May, just after 2 days, we develop a very rough model of the invention, and from the local market, we asked him to design a system where we can place the two batteries, and under the separators, we have to adjust the tube rod. So we draw the drawings on the paper and given to the vendor, and we purchase some of the component from the market, and finally this product is the first model which we develop in the 4 or 5 days. Due to the pandemic, it was on a high demand, so that's why we work very fast, and we developed this model and we tested this model in our laboratory. We tried to move this system in our laboratory, and we found that the system can be useful to kill the bacteria and virus, and we have not experimented on a coronavirus it individually because it is very difficult to get the virus and to check whether the virus is killing or not. But on the basis of the literature, on the basis of the the schedule of the ultraviolet radiation manual, which is provided by the vendor, we know that the virus or a bacteria can be killed if it is very close proximity to the ultraviolet light. So this is the first model, and then I talked with my mentor as well as the co-inventor, and we concluded that we should commercialize it, and we make a call to many of the industry, and then this is the primary before going to the industry, we have a primary test on the invention. So this is the working of the first prototype model, and under this model the ultraviolet radiation is there, which is very strong radiation and very harmful to the human. And right now the reflection of the UV can be seen on the surface. Participant, are you able to see the video?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is our preliminary test of the prototype, but we come to know that some limitations are there. One of the limitation is that the shape may not be suitable to move under the very narrow passes, and the another limitation is that the ultraviolet leakage is there, which can be very harmful to the human eyes. So this thing has been observed, and then we go for the negotiation with some of the industry. The next step is to negotiation. So we called many of the industry to develop, and many of the industry, they refused to develop such type of invention. But one of the industry, Ucomax, he agreed to develop this product. So we signed the non-disclosure agreement to the Ucomax company. He signed over the non-disclosure agreement. So this agreement is very useful, because if you are not getting signed this non-disclosure agreement, anybody can ask about the invention, and he will in the next morning he will sell your invention in the market, and there will be nothing in your hand. So on the other hand, if you have you believe on the industry, you can go for without negotiation, without non-disclosure agreement, if the company is supposed you are believing upon. So after the agreement, we had a business model for this. So it is very important to design a business model for any of the inventions. So we have proposed this business model for starting a business of a 500 copies of this invention, and we approximated the what is the cost of the ultraviolet light, how much will be the cost of the electronics, how much will be the cost of LEDs, batteries, wheels, as well as the miscellaneous. And we come to know that for one unit it cost maybe around 5,000, but anybody can sell this invention up to the 15,000 rupees. And any person who is manufacturing this invention can earn 10,000. It was just a business model, but this business model was at very initial stage, but in actual sense, the terms are not like that after manufacturing. So this is just to understand that this type of business model is very important to convince the party to whom you are selling an invention from your academic institution. Then we go for the final agreement with the UCOMEX, and the agreement was signed with the UCOMEX company of Vadodara. And the agreement was there. The company has to develop that product, and 8% royalty it has to give to the NIT Jalandhar. So that royalty, the NIT has not to spend any money on the raw material of the invention, and there is no any liability on NIT Jalandhar to advertise this invention. So the third party, the UCOMEX, they agreed with this agreement and signed, and when we have many meetings, and this is the first computer aided design model which we have developed is a CAD model. So after agreeing on a CAD model, we went for the manufactured, and this is the first final product which we have prepared. So in this final product, we have a handle, we have the LEDs, and under the apparatus there is a light, and we analyzed this product from the scientific point of view, and how much is the height is required, how much is the internal the air circulation is required, what will be the width of the product, what will be the height of the product, which material is required for the construction. All these things has been finalized after the mutual discussion and sharing the technology. So this is very important, how you are sharing your technology, which part of the technology you are sharing. And after developing, so this is our final product, and right now it is used in the hospital, in the tuberculosis ward, in the corona patient ward, to disinfect the surface. I would like to share this video. So dear participants, so I think you see this video. Have you seen this video? It was visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So should I continue?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this invention is there in the market right now, and we sold many of the products in the industry and even in cantonment area. So they have purchased these separators to disinfect the fruits as well as the vegetables also, by putting the separators on the upper side of the vegetables. So we also modified this further modified this invention. This is the case study, and this is a case study of the air purifier. So I am co-inventor with Dr. J.K. Ratan, and the invention was related to an improved packed bed photocatalytic reactor with the high and uniform illuminated and associated technique of the purification. So this invention is also related to the ultraviolet radiations. So it is the property of the ultraviolet radiation is that whenever it is exposed to the certain materials like titanium dioxides, the reaction is taking place. So that reaction can act as a catalytic reaction to purify the environment. So this purification can be done for the purification of a water, for the purification of any other fluid such as a gas, or such as the purification of the air. So again, it is related to the coronavirus, and but the patent was filed in 2016. So at that time there was no any the corona, no any other virus was the like pandemic was not there in 2016, and the invention was initially designed for the packed bed photocatalytic reactor, having the different the application. But right now the same phenomena is having its application to purify the air, and that purification is required in all hospitals area, all airports, all schools. It is required in the doctor's room. It is required in the domestic environment also. So we have a long discussion with one of the industry, which is a high safe electronic corporation, industrial area, Panchkula, Haryana, near Chandigarh. So the proprietor, the owner of the High Safe Electronic Corporation was in close contact with us, and we are continuously discussing the technology with the High Safe Electronic Corporation. So since the electronic corporation was developing some of the electronic instrument already, and he was very comfortable to get our idea, why not to design an air purifier on the basis of the ultraviolet radiation. So the basic idea is that to extract the air from the room and to pass that air from the pre-filter. So after pre-filtering, there is a HEFA filter that filter will filter the suspended particle in the air, and finally that air has to pass from the photocatalytic reaction. So we use the titanium dioxide coated plate, which is placed inside the chamber, and when the air is in contact with the photocatalytic the material, the catalytic reaction was taking place as it is illuminated by the ultraviolet radiation, and oxidation was there, and the purification was there, because the UV light can kill the bacteria and virus, and it also develop some of the reactions in the air. So how the reactions are there, that is the chemical phenomena is there, and I'm not much aware of how the chemical phenomena was there, but the from the instrumentation point of view, we developed that apparatus, and then the apparatus, after talking with the organization, we went for the external design of the case, then internal mechanism, and right now the product is in the market in the name of the AeroSafe. So this is the brochure of the High Safe company, through which it is selling the AeroSafe product, and the punch mark is Breathe Pure, Feel Fresh. So this is the pamphlet which is distributed, and right now the invention is there in the market. And this is the final product which we have developed, and the title is the AeroSafe product, and it is sucking the air. And on the back side of this AeroSafe, there is a plate which is having some the ultraviolet radiation inside. So the air is going inside from this side, filtered, and coming out in the room. So it has its own specification that within few minutes it can clear the air from the room, because it is sucking the air at a fast rate and releasing the fresh air in the house. So this is the video of the invention I would like to share with you. So dear participants, so as you see here that the noise of the apparatus is very low, and so it is not disturbing the regular the work in your house, and it is very silent apparatus which is purifying your air. If you are residing near the dusty environment, like the mining area, like the roads, like the transportation area, so such type of the inventions is very useful, and in the corona pandemic it is very much useful in the hospital environment. So in our local market, many of the doctors, they have adopted this technology. So this technology, such type of the air purifiers are already sold in the market by some of the other organization, but our invention is different from the already existing solding inventions. The cost of these air purifier is several thousand, more than 20,000. but our invention is a low in a cost, rugged, and the most important is that it is the make in India product. So that's why the product is highly sold in the market. So this is the history how we successfully launch our mechanism into the industry. So this is another case study of the commercialization of the medical robot. So we filed a patent with jointly with Dr. L.K. Basti, who is the director of the institute also. And the objective was to again to because every day the COVID-19 seems to reach the new tragic milestone few months back, and several thousand cases have were there. And you know that when the beginning of the pandemic was there, nobody was interested to go near the corona patient. Even right now, if the corona patient is there, the medical staff is also hesitating to go near the patient because the virus is very deadly virus. And it was our objective to send the food as well as the medicine to the patient through the robot. And this was an idea. And uh, the in June or July, we developed this very simple mobile robot, and we used the wheels of the wheelchair and developed this platform. And we tested that platform in to our local hospital. But we come to know that many limitations are there. One is that the speed of this device was very fast, and then the controllability was issue was there, and it was controlled with the help of a wire, which can be very, that may not be much suitable for the hospital environment. So then our institute, we proposed this idea to our institute, and institute given that some of the grant, seed money grant of more than 2 lakh rupees to develop this device. And then we went for the patent search, prior art search, literature review, how the mobile robots are working, how the different, the control strategies are there, what is the requirement in the hospital environment. We were also in contact with the PGI, Postgraduate Institute of Medical Sciences, Chandigarh. We also in contact with various doctors to take an input that what requirement is there with the robot. So we come to know that the robot must be silent, and the height of the robot should be such a way that the person sitting on a bed should be able to take the medicine as well as the food from the robot. So this is the rough and side view of the rough model which we designed, and we filed the patent. And we again the same process we adopted to negotiate with some of the industry. So initially we negotiate with the New Delhi-based industry. So he was demanding more than 5-6 lakh rupees to develop this robot. Then we contacted one Bhubaneswar-based industry. So he was again demanding more than 7 lakh rupees to develop this robot. Because whenever you are developing something new, so the vendors are generally asking more and more money, because the R&D cost is included in almost all the designs. Then we again contacted to the Ucomex company. So because we are already in contact with the Ucomex, so they agreed to develop this robot, and we given the technology, we given all the dimensions as well as the internal circuitry and various components of the robots, like the specification of the electrical motor, drives, programmable logic controller if it is there, then the chassis, the configuration of the chassis, the wheel configuration, personal computer and camera interface, communication protocol, indicators, control console, and software. So all these technologies has been given to the organization, and the technology has been transferred in September 2020. And again, some of the agreement is there, and in that agreement, all the terms and conditions are laid down. How much royalty that company will give to us whenever it is to be sold in future. So this is the final robot right now, and the name of the robot is QT bot, and this robot is right now in our laboratory, and we tested this robot in the hospital. So this robot is telepresence type of a robot, where the You can also talk to the patient by this tab fitted on the head of the robot. So this tab can be rotated by 360, and the robot can move around. It can move forward, reverse, and take the direction. And it has also the safety sensors. Safety features are there in almost all the sides of the robot. The speed of the robot is adjustable, and many other safety features like horn, like indicators, like the speakers are attached into the robot. So this robot can be telepresence, teleoperated both, but it is not an autonomous robot. In future, we are making this robot autonomous. So this is the video of the robot when it is. So, dear participants, this is the invention which we have developed, and it is again, it is expected that in future it can be used in hospital and houses also, and it has very good response, and we have taken the feedback is very good. So, many of the technologies are in process, and transfer is in process. So this is the case study of the design. So this design was developed in 2015. Is a door handle, and this door handle is made up of aluminium, and we got the design certificate. And similarly, this is a watermelon and seed extracting device which we have developed. The design we have received, but commercialization is in process. So this is an apparatus for sterilization of item. Is again new invention, and the negotiation is in process. So dear participants, so thank you very much for giving me time to share the the innovations. So it's time to discuss. So if you have any question.
Thank you very much, sir. It was excellent session. We enjoyed each and every single patent what you have filed and the relevant information. And you have demonstrated all those great achievements in a very, very informative and lucid way. Now there are some questions participants are asking on the live YouTube streaming. So organizing team members, you please coordinate for the questions and let the question answer can be completed.
Okay, so sure. Welcome.
Organizing team members, Mayank. Mayank, please check the questions in the YouTube live streaming. There are some network related issues, I think.
Oh, no problem.
There is one request from one participant, Dinesh Salunke. He says, please explain in detail patent filing report format. I would like to say that these things will be covered in the next consecutive sessions. Don't worry about it. However, in a brief, you can give some idea with reference to the filing report format. Yeah.
I will give you the tip for writing the patent. So first you have to finalize the title of the invention. The title should not be very much lengthy, and it should be simple. And the idea is that you should type this idea into Google Patents or any of other searches. So you will immediately find out patents, and you can modify the title also. Then you have to write the description. So in the description, you have to give clear-cut information about the invention, and then you have to find out, write the penalty, minority, and finally you have to write. So this is the procedure you can adopt.
Thank you. Any other question from the participants? Google Meet? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Any question? If there are no questions, then we will go for the summary of the session. I would like to ask organizing team to summarize the session and give the vote of thanks. Yeah.
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you so much, Dr. Nagla, sir, for this amazing informative session. So, summarizing the session, you started with telling us more about NIT Jalandhar. Is there an echo?
Yes, there is some echo, so all other microphones should be switched off.
Okay. So then you told about the individual IPRs and copyrights held by you, that is 40 plus IPRs. Then you told about your practical experiences and how the technology transfer process takes place. Also telling us about how we can get the financial assistance and the guidance from various organizations in our state. You told us about the relation between the academia and the industries and how big companies work and how we can encash them. You took the case study of Mercedes-Benz and also told us about the thousands of IPRs held by various international companies and how they are earning millions from it. You gave a quick introduction about the IPR and told us about why we should protect an IPR and what is the very reason of taking a IP. Then you told us that every product we own in our house has a IP associated with it, with various examples given, like the switches we use, the various things we use in our house. Then you told about the IPR system present in India and also about the International Institute associated with IP, that is WIPO. You answered various questions like how we can file a patent, how much is the cost requirement and various requirements associated with the IP. You gave us the example of the patents like the SIGBACs and inversion indicators and many more. Then talking about the journey from a patent to a product, you beautifully explained us with the case study, that is the UV light to kill COVID-19 virus, and you explained the complete procedure from design to prototype, problems associated with the design, negotiations, and moving to the final product. You also shared us your case studies related to air purifiers and also the robot used to deliver food and medicines to the patients in TB and coronavirus ward. So thank you for this session, and a special thanks to the organizing team and Dr. Santosh Rani for organizing this session.
Thank you very much, dear participants, and especially to Dr. Santosh Rane for giving me an opportunity to speak on my innovations. So I hope my experience will definitely help you to file your own patent. So I recommend you don't waste the time, and because everybody is inventor, as per my experience, everybody is having the innovation in his mind, but many time we underestimate our innovation. So don't underestimate your thoughts. Your thinking process may be the invention. Your simple device may be invention. So whenever such invention is in their mind, just write down on the paper and search on the free search engines and go for filing a patent without wasting the time. So one day definitely you will be sell your technologies. It is not necessary that you are going for the software. You may be going to design the button of your shirt. You may be going to design the buckle of your shoes. You may be going to design a pen. You may be going to design a rocket. You may going to design a shuttle. So with this, thank you very much. I hope you will do very good in near future. Have a day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It was excellent experience. Great.
Nice.
Bye bye.